You were sitting, so anyone listening who doesn't know, this incredibly talented young woman wrote Boot Up for Ella Mai,
Yes.
which is wild because that's like, that was one of the biggest songs before the pandemic.
Yes.
Even in the pandemic, it came back because everyone's trying to get Boot Up.
Exactly.
But
It
that
was a
song
tough
has
time.
an interesting story to it, right? Because you
Yes.
released it, if I'm correct.
No, I actually didn't ever release it, but there were a lot of people interested. I mean, I wrote the song originally for myself.
And you wrote it like in 2015, right?
Yeah,
2016?
most of my songs, I mean, actually every song I've written that I've given to Tamar, JoJo, Justine Sky, they're all songs that I've started just writing myself because, like I said, that's how I started. I'm like, okay, I need to write my story. So, yeah, I wrote Boot Up way before it popped, and
So crazy. Because by the time it popped, it must have been so played out for you as far as how many times you heard it.
it wasn't played out because I really believed in the song, and like I said, it had a long life. Some movie soundtracks were interested in it. Some other record execs were interested in it. And it wasn't until I was working with Kevin Hart on his What Now soundtrack that was like a song we were thinking about using. But then I also have a song with Chris that ended up on that soundtrack called Scream, which I love. So when that whole transaction was happening, I think Mustard like reheard it, and it sparked him to be like, "Oh shit, might be a hit." And I was sitting there like, "Duh, I knew that was a hit."
I've been telling you, Mustard was the deal.
Yeah,
so Mustard produced the record, right? Or no?
Yeah, Mustard and Lorraine Dobson from 1500 or Nothing.
You did oh man, he is a beast.
Yes.
That dude is an animal.
He
1500
is.
and Nothing doesn't get enough love.
Nope.
How instrumental they are in hip hop's evolution. Like when you listen to a lot of the new Kendrick and a lot of this new music has so many analog elements. And for us here in LA, 1500 Nothing, we're like the first people doing live instruments.
Exactly.
All their music. So shout out to Rance, my guy Mars.
Yep.
I don't know
Those
all
are
of
my
them,
brothers.
but Mars is the guy. I used to see him all the
I
time.
think after this interview, actually, we're headed over to 1500 Sound Academy.
Oh shit! I'm about to hop in an Uber and be like,
come on
follow
down.
them.
You should come see it. It's super amazing.
I heard it's
just as dope as this place.
No, I heard it's doper. I heard crazy things about that place.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So I gotta ask you, you had done the record with them before it got to Ella Mai, right?
Actually, I recorded the song and conceptualized the song in an Atlantic Records studio, which was completely separate. And then when we brought in the Kevin Hart ideas, that's when we brought Rance in, and he like reproduced it, freshened it up. So it was kind of lyric melody was already there.
Got
and
it.
then
They built the production around it. So who is it about? Who are you
Who is it
booed up with? Who are you booed up?
Okay.
Because this is so interesting.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say who it was about
But was
exactly, but it was about me wanting to be booed up.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Interesting.
And I was not, getting the love reciprocated. I was in my feelings.
Thank
so
God
deep
you
in my
were,
feelings.
because you wrote that so you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
whoever was ignoring you at the time, whatever dude was living.
Yeah, I really am grateful for him. Actually,
God bless him.
God
because
bless him.
He helped you create one of.
I'm
a,
sure
a
if he,
timeless song.
I'm pretty sure he knows it's about him. So I'm surprised he hasn't asked me for publishing yet.
Wow.
But he's
too
not
late.
getting any of that.
No publishing because we're not dropping his name, so he's not getting nothing.
No name dropping.
But I gotta say that's so incredible because I'm sure you realize it, but you created a moment in our generation's R&B timeline. Like there's moments when we were younger. I imagine we're around the same age. I'm 29. I remember Usher. I remember when You Don't Have to Call came out.
Yes.
I remember coming down the stairs and it was like, "Don't leave your girl around me." And everyone like looked at each other.
Usher was literally a moment. Like,
but you did this. You did this moment. I don't think you can see it yet because we're still only 2 years out.
Right.
But I think in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, Boot Up will be the defining R&B song of the last few years.
Thank you. I really am grateful to have been able to contribute to culture that way because, we grew up, millennial, Gen Z, hybrid, like not always with the internet, but now we have it like nonstop, So seeing like memes and seeing the song like translate that way was really crazy for me. I was like,
I didn't
what?
even think about that because there was a lot of memes about